told you I'd forget. Limerick Schools Board of Education, meeting number 1522 is now called to order. Dr. Lake, do we have any changes to the agenda?
We do not.
May I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
So moved.
Motion by Matt, second.
I'll second.
Second by Jennifer. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Now we'll do our Pledge of Allegiance, so those who are able to stand and face the flag behind me, we'll ask Lily and Kinsley, our Dressel recognized students, to come up front.
If you guys want to come
You
on,
guys just come up
front
front
and then you turn around
here
and face
in this
the-
open area, and then you
Yep.
can turn and face those in attendance
All right.
and lead us in the pledge.
Good.
All right, thank you. So in order to follow the County Department of Health novel coronavirus third amended order of business, we are social distancing here in central office. The number of patrons who are allowed to attend has been limited as well, but this meeting is being live streamed on the district's YouTube site. And for everyone's knowledge, everyone who is in attendance is wearing a face covering. So, given that, we'll move to 4.0, which is our special recognitions. Tonight, we're recognizing Dressel Elementary. So, Dr. Schoenencase or Dr. Lake?
Stay in the same spot as them? Good?
Absolutely.
Well, good evening. Thank you to everyone who's joined us here in person and virtually. A special shout out to all of our Dressel community that's joining us through the stream tonight. Just thank you for all the support, encouragement, love you showed us over the last few months. We really appreciate it. It's my honor to be here tonight to represent some individuals. They are a great representation of who Dressel is and what we stand for. And so I get to say some kind words about it. So first I'm going to talk about it, fourth grader Kinsley. So Kinsley, you want to come on up? Yeah, all right. I won't mind.
Yeah.
This is Kinsley Moore. She's a fourth grader Dressel. And so although these are not my words, these are words of her teachers, I echo the same thoughts and feelings. So we are nominating Kinsley because of her outstanding character, kindness that she shows daily to classmates, and the brightness she brings to all who talk to her. Kinsley often encourages her classmates, telling them she's willing to help or offering them support. She's very positive and always gives her best effort on everything she does. Kinsley is a great friend to others and is always willing to welcome someone new to play or work with. Kinsley is an excellent role model for others. Congratulations.
Certificate here, and then we also have a T-shirt for you as well. So thank you for all that you're doing at Dressel and making that an amazing place, and just thank you for all your kindness that you show your fellow classmates and your willingness to help out your teacher and just the entire school community. So thank you for all you're doing there. All right.
All right, next is Lily. Calm down. Our teachers want to recognize Lily McDermott. She's a pillar of character who sets a great example for her classmates. She is driven to improve herself daily in all academic areas and eventually plans to study to become a pediatrician. We are very proud of her.
Certificate, and just thank you for all that you're doing at Dressel and just everything you do for that school community. So thank you and congratulations.
We have two awesome Dressel leaders, just stepping up always to help their classmates and teachers out in every situation. So girls, thank you so much for everything you give to Dressel every day. All right, so the next person I'm going to recognize isn't here tonight. She was honored as our support staff of the year last year. Her name is Chloe Alexander. And just something somebody wrote was Chloe was with us for the past 3 years. She did an amazing job supporting her students with special needs over those past 3 years. She left SSD in Limburg to go pursue some other opportunities. So, Chloe, if you're watching by chance, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. All right, so our teacher of the year is Mrs. Amy Becker. Come on down. So I always love those t-shirts they wear of like, I'm a superhero because I'm a kindergarten teacher. Well, I mean, that's all that has to be said because she's an outstanding, amazing kindergarten teacher. So the staff wrote, Amy is an amazing leader of Dressel. She guides the team and creates a PLC where everyone feels important and valued. She's not a loud leader, but is always seeking to help other people reach their potential. No matter how many difficult situations she faces in a day, from angry outbursts to bathroom accidents, I have never seen her take her frustration out on the student and just rolls with it every time. She's also a leader on our social committee and a member of our leadership team. As a mom and a wife and business owner, Dressel is certainly not the only place she spends her time. But when she is here, she gives her all for her students and coworkers. Amy, congratulations once again on Teacher of the Year. It was a little different last year celebration. We were able to get some flowers out to her house and do some different things, but you're an amazing person, amazing educator. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you. So, Amy, I'm sitting with you as well, but I have a quick story. So I was visiting Amy's classroom and walking around, and her classroom was right across from the restrooms at Dressel there, and all of a sudden I heard this, like, sounded like an airplane was taking off, and it was the hand dryers, and I was like, what is that? She's like, I know, we've been trying to get this. So together, we got rid of the loud, noisy air things and put the paper towels in for the kids. So just a little quick story about Amy being in her classroom. So Amy, we have a $25 gift certificate for you for our online Spiritware store, and again, congratulations. I've been in your classroom numerous times, and you are doing amazing things with the kids. So thank you for all you're doing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. We want to get one group picture, pretty much socially distanced, if we can do that really quick. So, yep. And you have your, bring your certificates with you. Yep, there you go. Spread out here.
So let's do a couple rows, so we don't have, so let's have our students in front, and then we'll have our adults behind. There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to have to, hang on.
COVID.
I don't really want the hand sanitizer in your photo. Okay, everybody ready? 1, 2, 3.
Your eyes.
You can give me a thumbs up if you want. All right.
All right,
Congratulations.
thanks, guys.
Good job.
Okay, we'll move to, under 5.0, special resolutions and accommodations. We have none this meeting. So now we'll move to citizens' statements regarding agenda items. I don't think this is an agenda item, right?
I don't know.
No, okay.
Do you want to
So-
dismiss them?
What?
Do you want to dismiss them?
Oh, sorry. This is the most important part of the meeting.
Unless you
If
guys
you're here
really
for
want to stay for the
recognition,
business.
We'll take a couple minutes so you can step out. I know you likely don't. You're welcome to stay for the business part of the meeting, but we'll give you a couple minutes to step out if you're here for the recognition. I almost forgot about that. That's the most important part.
Thank you guys for being here.
for coming.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for coming.
Yeah, make a note, so I don't-
I know.
I don't think this- No, it's lean.
Okay. All right, so now we will move to, because we don't have any citizen comments regarding agenda items. Specifically, we'll move to 7.0, which is communications, and first off is the calendar of events. So, Mr. Secretary, you can review that for us.
Yeah, gladly.
Some big events coming up in November. So we'll have some board advisory meetings. Technology is meeting on the 16th of November, and on the 19th of November is the Student Life Board Advisory meeting. Parent Speaker Series will be on November 17th. And then two really big events on the calendar. November 23rd and 24th, this is the Monday and Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Students will be in person both of those days, hybrid of course. Group A on Monday, November 23rd, they'll be in person, and Group B is in person, Group A is at home. And then on Tuesday, the 24th, Group A is in person and Group B is at home. K through 5, of course, will still be in person both days. The November 25th through the 27th will be no school for fall break, and the district offices will be closed on the 26th through the 27th. And then also, November 30th through the December 2nd, which is the week after Thanksgiving, that will be a virtual learning for all grades K through 12. And then there's more board advisory meetings. Teaching and learning is on December 1st, and then we have our next regular board meeting on December 8th.
All right, thanks, Matt. So now 7.02 is the report of meetings. So this gives an opportunity for any board members who have attended parent group meetings, state meetings, any meetings that are relevant to the business of the district here, whether in person or virtually. Just give us the highlights from those meetings. Does anybody have anything? I know the meetings have been somewhat sparse, but anybody have anything to report from a meeting?
So the elected officials breakfast was a couple weeks ago on a Friday. And I would say it was sparsely attended, but we had 3 state representatives there, so we appreciated their time. And Dr. Lake, along with Dr. Gaines and
Dr. Carl.
I was going to say Kevin,
Yeah.
that's Dr. Carl.
Dr. Carl, the guy with 2 first names.
Yes, we're the superintendents, and I thought it was really neat. They talked about what their agendas are, what they're thinking of for the future for the kids and for education. So I really like that they really shared their views and asked those political leaders that were there to help out with those views. So it was very good. And that's it. There's no other meetings.
And I would just add, I like the format that you invited a couple other districts
Yeah.
to participate. I thought that was really nice to have them there and not just be a Lindbergh event. That was good.
And it was virtual. I don't know if you
It was
said,
virtual,
it
yeah.
was
It
virtual.
was virtual.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Okay. We'll move to 7.03, which is announcements, and the 7.0301 is the board candidate filing dates. So, Matt, I think you were going to go over that.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are 2 seats that are going to be open for the next board election. They are 3-year terms. You can file, the open dates for filing are Tuesday, December 15th. Filing opens at 8 a.m. that morning, and then it closes on Tuesday, January 19th at 5 p.m. If you are interested in filing, you can do so here at Central Office, 9350 Sappington Road, any day, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The dates are December 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th, or January 7th, 8th, 11th through the 15th. On Tuesday, January 19th, the last day for filing, candidates may file between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Please note also, with the exception of the first day of filing and the last day of filing, if there's closure due to weather or COVID-19, you will not be able to file on those days in the middle.
Okay, thank you, Matt. 7.0302, just a reminder, we're having a former Board of Education virtual gathering on Friday, November 13th. So if any of our former Board of Education members are watching live stream, please join us that morning. I think it's 9 a.m., if I remember correctly. So we'll move to 7.04, which is Matt again, review of the Board of Education agendas.
Yeah, on December 8th, we'll meet again here at 7 p.m. Some things to note during that meeting is we are going to look at the 2021-22 school calendar, second reading. Math curriculum will be the second reading. And then we'll be looking at the 2020-2021 revised budget. Immediately following that meeting, we'll have a separate special meeting. That meeting will be an informational meeting for anyone interested in filing for one of those 2 seats that I mentioned earlier.
All right, thank you. 7.06, our MSBA report. Colin?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's board report for the month of November. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with a look at the important work of school nurses during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are approximately 1,600 school nurses in school districts throughout the state working every day to keep our students, teachers, and staff healthy so they can continue to teach and learn. Their work is especially important during the COVID-19 pandemic. The director of the Missouri Association of School Nurses, Linda Newman, tells MSBA COVID-19 has taken quite a toll on the social, emotional aspects of a lot of children, and it's often the school nurse that's first to recognize those issues.
When the children keep asking to come to the school nurse, what could seem like a simple headache or stomach ache to a teacher or another staff member, as the school nurse is able to see them one-on-one and kind of, start conversation and build trust, you often find other things that are going on at home. Maybe mom or dad have lost their job and there's increased stress at home. Maybe grandmother who lived in the home with them has passed away from COVID. There are just so many different factors right now.
Newman says school nurses are likely to be the designated people to conduct rapid testing for COVID-19 in school districts that choose to participate in the program. Newman adds school nurses are working with local health departments on contact tracing when COVID-19 cases arise. She also says school nurses are encouraging everyone to get a flu shot this fall. She says school nurses are encouraging students and families to stay vigilant by continuing to wear masks, wash hands frequently, and maintain social distancing. As you may know, state law now requires all school board members to not only receive training in their first year of service, but also 1 hour of refresher training for every subsequent year of board service. The training must include concepts covered in the initial training, plus the prevention of sexual abuse of children. The MSBA Leadership Development Committee now has added completion of the MSBA refresher training as a requirement for achieving advanced, master, and distinguished board member certification, as well as the governance team award. MSBA's immediate past president and chair of the Leadership Development Committee, Rhonda Gilstrap of Blue Springs, explains the new requirement for governance team recognition.
And in order for that to happen, all 7 board members of a particular board that is seeking out the governance award needs to have completed the additional hour of refresher training.
Visit the MSBA website for information on the various levels of board member certification, along with details on the governance team award. Does your school district have an emergency operations plan? MoEOP is a new web-based application developed by MSBA's Center for Education Safety and vetted by several school district safety personnel that will assist school staff responsible for emergency planning to create, store, and share school plans with school personnel and approved first responders. Bob Klossmeyer is an education safety coordinator with the Center for Education Safety.
Emergency operations planning can be a long and drawn-out process, ultimately concluding in an extensive and detailed document. Our team at CES recognizes this challenge and has launched an interactive web-based development tool designed to reduce the burden on schools, simplify EOP creation, and improve the overall safety climate for Missouri education.
The Center for Education Safety is conducting regional webinars about the new MoEOP application and train subscribing schools on the use of this new tool designed to keep our schools as safe as possible. Filing for school board seats up for election in April opens on December 15th in most school districts in the state. MSBA will have updated, free resources available to school board candidates posted on the MSBA website, including a candidate's legal guide to running for the school board and information on the roles and responsibilities of school boards. Filing for school board seats closes on January 19th. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.
All right, thank you, Colin. So 8.0 special reports, this is when we get updates on our board advisory committees that we have, and we'll start with Joelle with facilities and finance both.
We had our finance meeting last week, Thursday.
Turn on your mic.
You knew that was going to happen, didn't you? We had our finance committee meeting last Thursday. It's our meeting prior to the board meeting. We spent most of our time going over the audit, which is in the packet tonight for board approval. We had the auditor present the document, and then the committee go back and forth with questions. So that was the majority of the meeting last week. And then on our facility advisory committee, we have, our next meeting is on December 16th. When we met most recently, we went over projects that were complete this past summer, and then we're starting to collect data on projects that the buildings would like to see done next summer, plus also put together a priority list for our capital improvements ongoing from the next 5 years, the next 10 years. We have several studies going on with our architect to look at equity and campus circulation, and just really put together a facility master plan, not just for the upcoming summer, but for years forward.
All right, thank you. And now Brian, Human Resources.
Our advisory didn't meet this month, but we are scheduled to meet in December on the 3rd, talk about the personnel report, as well as some updates on data around COVID-19.
Thank you. And then Tara, Teaching and Learning, Technology, and Student Life.
So with teaching and learning, at our last meeting, we had an update on our school start times task force and where we are there, and then really started to delve into success skills and creating that document that identifies how we take Lindbergh Life, which has been part of the student life development process, and start to expand that for essentially what will be similar to a portrait of a graduate, skills that we want to have all students develop and master before they leave us, workplace readiness skills. So we're in the process of working on that and then developing that in conjunction with our Lindbergh Learning Team and then our Portrait of a Graduate Task Force. So that's going to be ongoing work even as we go into this month. For technology, we reviewed and finalized our outage protocols, and those have been communicated with families in our principal e-notes and embedded within our frequently asked questions documents so that everyone is aware, what do I do if one of these technology software tools isn't working, or if the internet is not working, how do we go through that? And then we reviewed our assessment of technology services in the area of professional learning specifically, and really delved into what additional professional learning is needed on the technology side to continue to support our teachers and our students and our families. And then finally, student life. We had a summary of the work that the Equity and Diversity Committee is doing. And student life really wants to focus on that work in the realm of the student experience. What does that look like in student life? So what we are beginning to do and will continue to work on is looking at how we can develop equity audits that will inform the work of our Equity and Diversity Committee and expand the student experience.
All right, thank you, guys. We'll move to 9.0, which is action items by consent. We have items 9.01 to 9.11, which is the audit report Joelle mentioned. Would anyone like to remove any of these items for individual consideration? Okay, hearing none, may I have a motion to approve action items 9.01 through 9.11 as presented by consent?
So moved.
Motion by Karen, second.
Second.
Second by Kathy. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, discussion, I'm sorry. Does anybody have any discussion or questions on these items?
I do.
I'm glad Karen's.
And I don't have any questions. I just really wanted to share with the group from the audit report. It was a different process this year because our auditors used to come here and give a brief report. They spent a good deal of time going over the financial statements with our advisory committee. And then Dawn and Joelle both stepped out of the meeting. It was a Zoom, so they left the Zoom meeting. And there was just a question and answer kind of period. It was very transparent. You could tell our advisory committee members were really engaged in it and appreciated that opportunity to talk. The other thing I wanted to say is I felt like the auditors, they had really thoughtful just suggestions, like a consultative approach on how we might improve processes and things like that. And Joelle and Dawn were very open to that, and it was just it felt like a really great partnership, and I was really pleased with this, it being the first year of the engagement with them. I thought it was great. I wanted to share that.
So I had a question on, is this why, and Joelle or Karen, I don't know, either one, is this why I'm seeing the whole check registry on there and everything? Did the committee see that?
That's normal, you always see that as
Okay,
part of the
but
financials.
would they see that? Would
The committee does see that too,
The
yeah.
finance committee sees
Yeah.
that? Okay, just
Yeah.
curious.
Oh, and I guess the other thing I would mention is we did get an unmodified report, which is the best rating that we can get from an audit standpoint.
So I guess, I'm sorry, process question, so it may fit with this too. I know that we're privy to see some names on there and things like that. So would the committee see those names of each check piece too?
That's public documentation.
Got
It's on board docs for public view, yeah.
Okay.
So the committee has access to that, but so does the public. All that information is open and available on board docs.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. Any other questions or discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, motion passes 7-0. We have no individual action items for this meeting. So we'll move to 11.0, which is reports. Nothing for the record tonight, but we do have a first reading for 2021-2022 school calendar and some adjustments to this year's 2020 and 2021 calendar. And I believe everyone got some additional information about that as well. So if you have any questions regarding those, you can direct those to probably Tara. And then we also have a review of one board policy, a first reading, which is the conflict of interest and financial disclosure policy. So Brian, if you have any questions, you can direct those towards him. We'll move to 12.0, which is citizens and comments regarding non-agenda items. And we do have one this evening, which is Carrie Workmeister. Did I say that correctly? Okay. Come forward and please give us your name, address, and the topic you will be discussing. And keep in mind that we try and limit the comments to 3 minutes or less. Thank you.
And all you need to do is just push the button and it'll come on, the green light will come on.
Has anyone figured out how to keep glasses on
No.
with them in? So if I look at you guys like this, I gotta look at my phone, but I'm tired of these glasses. Is this on?
It's on.
Can you, okay. My name is Carrie Workmeister. I am a Lindbergh parent. My daughter Natalie goes to Long. I am with the LEAD Coalition. So here goes my speech. Dear Board of Education, the Lindbergh Equity and Diversity Coalition, LEAD, has recently created subcommittees and have welcomed many new members to our action team to help us move the work of these subcommittees forward. Today we have a total of 37 members who sit on the following subcommittees: advocacy, programming, welcoming, marketing and communications, and partnerships. This evening, we'd like to focus our welcoming subcommittee, its purpose, its role in this community, and ways in which we'd like our district to partner with us. The goal of our welcoming subcommittee is to receive and embrace incoming BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, and people of color, and other underrepresented folks into the Lindbergh community. The welcoming subcommittee will work to create engagement opportunities to encourage community and help build relationships. Over the course of LEAD's tenure, we've heard stories from BIPOC families reverberated, mine included. They've often felt left out and unwelcome, both in their schools and the white families' homes. They have wondered where their family fits in. Although they have moved to this district to provide a good education for their children, after feeling left out and/or othered, coupled with experiences, microaggressions, and sometimes blatant racism, they have wondered if they made the right choice. Some have even moved. When BIPOC families discover LEAD, we repeatedly hear sentiments as, I didn't know there were other families like ours here. Why didn't I know about this space existed? And I have found my people. LEAD has created a space for BIPOC families to feel like an integrated part of our community, and we have already seen the positive impacts of this. Historically, the district has not shared information about our group or events we've held publicly because we are not officially affiliated with the district. The feedback we've received is that if the district shares our information, they will have to share the information of groups that may not align with their values. We are here tonight to dispute this claim. It is possible to align the groups that share in Lindbergh's values and stand by your decision while declining to share information from a group that is very clear that does not align with Lindbergh's values as the district. We are here to ask for the district's help in reaching out to more BIPOC families. Families are asking for this connection. People partner with us and let families know we're here to support them, create community with them, and advocate for them. Help us share events that we plan with other BIPOC families in our district and in our classrooms. Let us be the space all families can come to and feel loved and included. The overall wellness of our district is created both in the classrooms and in our community. And it takes an all hands on deck approach. Allow us to partner and share in that space to make Lindbergh a more equitable and healthy place for us. With respect, LEAD Coalition. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your comments, and just to reiterate, the board does not respond publicly here at the meeting, but any response will come in writing regarding the comments. Thank you. So moving on, there's no need for a recess. We've held our executive session. So we move to 15.0, which is adjournment. May I have a motion to adjourn regular meeting number 1522?
So moved.
Motion by Jennifer, second by Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody's opposed. Okay, meeting's adjourned. Thank you for joining us.